But after a week, Sadao felt the general was well enough to be spoken to about the prisoner. Sadao had operated upon the general because it was an emergency case, and he could not speak to him about the prisoner during that time. So after a week, when he felt that the general had regained his strength quite enough, he spoke to him about the prisoner, that he had escaped. Yes, Excellency, he escaped, Sadao now said. He coughed, signifying that he had not said all he might have said, but was unwilling to disturb the general further. He coughed, he cleared his throat to convey to him that he wanted to speak about the prisoner more. He wanted to tell him about the prisoner more, but was unwilling to disturb the general further. But at the same time, he didn't want him to get disturbed, so he was just waiting for his response. But the old man opened his eyes suddenly. But the old man was listening to him, so he opened his eyes suddenly. That prisoner, he said with some energy. Did I not promise you I would kill him for you? He, remembered that he had promised Sadao that he would send the assassins to kill the prisoner of war. So he just asked him, You did, Excellency, Sadao said. Well, the old man said in a tone of amazement, total surprise. So I did. But you see, I was suffering a good deal. The truth is, I thought of nothing but myself in short. I forgot my promise to you. Now he told Sadao that because he was so unwell, he was suffering so much that he completely forgot about the promise he had made to Sadao. I wondered, Your Excellency, Sadao murmured. Sadao said in a soft voice that he was wondering, that he was thinking that why the assassins had not come, why the job was not done. It was certainly very careless of me, the general said. But you understand, it was not lack of patriotism or dereliction of duty. He looked anxiously at his doctor. If the matter should come out, you would understand that, wouldn't you? Now, here he wanted to convey to Sadao by saying that it was just his carelessness and nothing else. It was not lack of patriotism or negligence of duty, dereliction of duty, not doing the duty properly. Nothing of that sort. It was just that he got careless with that thing. He just forgot about the whole thing, about the prisoner of war who was staying in Sadao's house. He looked anxiously at his doctor. He was just trying to convey to him that that matter, if it comes out, would put him in trouble. Certainly, Your Excellency, Sadao said. He suddenly comprehended that the general was in the palm of his hand. He understood that the general was in the palm of his hand. That means he was now on the upper hand. Sadao was on the upper hand. He was as if general was in control of Sadao, and that as a consequence he himself was perfectly safe. And he understood that now the ball was in the general's court and he was perfectly safe. Earlier Sadao was terrified, Hana was terrified that they would be considered betrayers and they would be given punishment or something of that sort. But now the general was terrified and Sadao felt he was perfectly safe. I can swear to your loyalty, Excellency, he said to the general, and to your zeal against the enemy. He promised him that he would not tell anyone about anything. He told him that he promised him, he swore by his loyalty and his zeal against the enemy. That means he knew that he told him that he knew that he was very enthusiastic about the whole thing. He wanted to help him, but he could not. So he conveyed to him that he understood his position, and he would not tell anything to anyone.